There is a new trend in town for TikTok, and it is the unhinged insert topic trend. I love this. I'm all for it. You know, when this came up, your girl just had to do a video on it. For today's topic, we are covering unhinged investigative tricks. Comment below, let me know what unhinged topic you want to see next, because I have seriously been debating making this a whole series. So what we will do is I've screenshotted a few of these comments and we'll go through them together. Some of these are so unhinged. So the first one was, allow him to connect to your car Bluetooth. You allow all options. Park outside his house in the middle of the night and let it connect to your Bluetooth. Read his texts and call log with numbers. That one is interesting. I think some of these are very creative. Like, how to even think of this in the first place? For me, trust is a big thing. If I can't trust my partner, there's no foundation there, baby. Like, no point. If you suspect them using a hidden app, you can go into their settings and see how much time is spent on what apps. No one is using a calculator for 2 hours. Yeah, no one is. That's insane. What are you doing on there? Like, bro, that's crazy. I investigated my own brother's murder case in 2015 and found the killer. Guy is locked up for life now. Wow. If that's true, that's so amazing. So sorry for your loss, because that is very sad. But the fact that you found your brother justice is amazing. I cleaned the screen of his phone really well before he showered. The steam fogged up his screen, showing me where he pressed his screen for his passcode.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how people get so creative with these things. Honestly, that's insane. I kept a log in my notes, and every time he stepped outside or went to the gas station unexpectedly, I logged the time. At the end of the month, I looked at the phone records to see who he called. Oh my goodness. I personally, if my partner did that to me, I would honestly hate that. If I felt like I was getting timed or tracked down, I would not like that. But also, I haven't been in a position where I couldn't trust my partner, or I felt like I couldn't. I don't know if some of these people are bringing their past relationship issues into their present and have just trust issues in general, or if their partner has done something to make them believe that they have to track them down and constantly know where they are and who they're talking to. But if you can't trust your partner, that's an issue, in my opinion. Because honestly, trust is so important in a relationship, or at least for me it is. There's no point. Like, if I can't trust you, why am I with you? To track down a deadbeat dad, call his job and say you are Cindy from the bank and want to verify his employment for a loan. Get start date, pay rate, then call child support enforcement with the details. Wow. Honestly, we do not like deadbeat dads, okay? If you're a parent and you're not there for your kid, ick. Why? And I don't know how foolproof this is, because I would think the employer would be asking, well, how do I verify that who I'm speaking to is the person that they're saying they are? Because there's a lot of scams out there, and you're not going to give that information out to just anyone. So I don't know how far that would work. I faked a profile with fake pictures on a dating app and found him, started chatting for a few days and met him at a restaurant. He thought he was meeting another woman. Oh my gosh. I've heard stories like this, and I just think, you are a piece of work, bro. Like, if you have to go behind your partner's back and say you're doing one thing and do the other, you suck. Like, why are you even in a relationship? If you don't want to be in one, leave. I don't understand why that's so hard. Why do you have to go out and cheat on your partner? Because then it might make your partner feel a certain way. Like, why did he cheat on me? Was I not good enough? Like, people just go in a spiral, and I totally understand why. Doing that to someone can really have insane mental effects, and also physical. Like, if someone goes down a mental spiral, they're not going to physically look after themselves. Like, it's sad, and it does happen, and it's wrong. I matched up the bricks and driveway colour from a zoomed in picture my husband's mistress posted, and I found her house and address within 3 minutes. That's got to be a record. That is insane. There's just no way that you'd ever want to be in that position. That's horrible, honestly. But good on you for finding that. That's quite impressive. Look on the keyboard, go to the emojis. If it wasn't sent to you, then who was it? Put it in the search bar and see who it was. You're welcome. That's a good one. Because emojis can say a lot. Do you know what I mean? If you're not getting sent that emoji, who's it going to? Especially if it's like a love heart or like something affectionate, you'd be asking, well, who's that going to then, if not me? If I've ever been suspicious of him speaking to another girl, I'll say, oh, I was meant to ask you, do you know whoever, because they viewed my story the other day, and watch their reaction. That's so weird to me. You have to like dance around to try and get the answer out of them. Why are people like this? If you can't be in a relationship, don't be in one. If you want to go around and be with multiple people, do that. But don't do it in a relationship. I don't understand why people do that. Is it an ego thing? Is it stroke it? I don't know. I don't understand it. Life. Is it live or live? I don't know. Anyway, 360 told me he was dining while traveling on business. I called the restaurant and told the employee, $20 to your Venmo right now to tell me who he is with. Employee replied, ma'am, this is a service I provide for free. Oh my god, slay. Brownie points for the employee. And then scoped out the whole place and gave me the play-by-play. Wow. Imagine that. But that's the thing. I think some people forget about those features and then they go out and do these things and cheat and then they find out. Honestly, good on that person because that's horrible. And you deserve to know if your partner is cheating on you. Probably one of the worst ways to find out. Like, if you have to find out yourself, that's shit. I bought a recorder that looked like a regular ink pen on Spy Center. I put it in his glove box and heard way more than anticipated. Guys always do their daily phone calls while driving. Yeah, I've noticed that. Guys actually do like to drive and call. I do as well, actually, but I feel like the guys just love doing it more. And I didn't even know that was a thing. A pen, you'd never suspect a pen. Wow. Someone in a DoorDash Facebook group said they had a customer text and tell them to not drop off the food but to drive by. Tell them what kind of car was there and keep the order and tip. Wow, that's very unique. I haven't heard one like that before, but very smart if you're trying to get a scope of who's there when you're not. Had a dream about my ex cheating, so I drove to his house at like 6 a.m. and he was sleeping, so I crawled in through the doggy door to check his phone and wake him up. He was in fact cheating. Oh, that's horrible. Wow, the fact that you had a dream about that? I've heard of things like that, and your intuition must be on point to do that. This one was diabolical, and I picked up hair off his carpet, looked at the hair colour and matched it to one of his mutuals on IG. What? Like, are you joking? The time it would have taken to do that. Impressive, I'll give you that. I've heard of other stories where women will be in their partner's cars and find hairs or like nails and know it's not theirs and somehow will, see it, pick it up and go, whose is this? You don't forget about the hairs because they say a lot. And nails. That is all the comments that I have today for these unhinged investigative tricks. Comment below, let me know what you think or if you have any yourself. They were mostly based around partners and trying to catch them out on whatever they were doing. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to join the fam, don't forget to subscribe. We'd love to have you here. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you know when your girl is posting. I will see you next time. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.